Hey everyone, it's Fantayzia. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speculation and discussion video. I have been so inspired to do these again. I definitely go through waves of just like podcast style videos, and definitely feeling that wave right now just because the forums are closing this July, and I don't know, I keep going onto the forums. So we have another new one from February 16th, so just a couple days ago, and this is from Mom's Busy, which is funny because the last one I think we went over was also from Mom's Busy. But this one's called Create a World. Will we get one? One of the few things left on my Sims 4 wish list is a Create a World tool. Do you think we will ever get one? So before we read any of the replies, I want to kind of talk about this a little bit. There is only a couple replies once again because this is a new thread. Kind of the downside of me finding brand new threads, but it sparked my interest and I have like a few thoughts about it too. So I don't think we're gonna ever get one because of the way the Sims 4 is built. I can't see it like working, but maybe I'm totally wrong. What do you guys think? Comment down below. But also, I do think we potentially might see something like, kind of like in The Sims 2. I don't know for sure, but the reason I'm feeling this way is because a lot of players are complaining about the lack of space in worlds, and you know, they keep getting smaller, which I definitely complain about it too. I feel like that's a very valid complaint, to be honest. In The Sims 2, we had this thing where we didn't really have create a world per se, but you could go in and like kind of create your own world, but it was like a template that like you couldn't like individually make every little thing. Like with The Sims 3, you could make a world from scratch, like from nothing. Have every single piece of land be something that you like designed, right? In The Sims 2, it was like there was a whole bunch of like pre-made worlds and you could like choose one and then customize them to however you see fit. And there was one that was like basically blank and just like flat. And you could go in and change things. You could even make like hills and stuff like that, place all the trees, but it was a lot less harsh, I feel like, on your computer for one, user friendly, and something that I feel like could work for The Sims 4. Maybe not, but I don't know. I feel like if it could work for The Sims 2, it could work for The Sims 4. I always feel like that. I know obviously they're not built the same, but they have similarities in terms of closed world. The way the worlds are they just remind me, like a lot of things remind me of The Sims 2. When it comes to The Sims 4, of course, just The Sims 4 is like lacking that like immersion and like depth and stuff when it comes to gameplay. But you know, if I'm gonna compare The Sims 4 to anything in terms of like how it's built with like the way worlds are and like stuff like that, loading screens, it's gonna be The Sims 2. I think that would be really cool if we could select different worlds that are like pre-made and like there's some blank ones and we can go in and like customize them however we want and like name them, because that's another thing you could do is you can name your world in The Sims 2. I think that would be really, really cool. And like, oh my goodness, that would be so fun for videos too. Like imagine all the fun videos Simmers would make with a feature like that. Oh my god. And then like you guys could make worlds with us. Like, oh, that would be such a vibe. I feel like those would make for such like fun, cozy videos. It would also make like prepping for like a new family you want to start so much more fun. Like you could start with like designing the world how you want to. Oh my god, that would be so cool. If some of you guys haven't played The Sims 2 and you have like no idea what I'm talking about how like making your own world worked, definitely check out some videos. I actually made one once and it was like such a fun experience. I was so into it and like no frustration at all. Like anyone could do it, you know? And I feel like it'd be pretty easy on computers. So that is something that I feel like maybe they do. And then if not that, I feel like they're gonna give us another blank world like Newcrest. So I feel like either one of those. Sadly, I feel like giving us another blank world is more likely for them to do, but I don't know. I would really love to see like a blank world that's in a totally different setting, because you know Newcrest is very similar to Willow Creek. I know a lot of people love the vibes of Oasis Springs, and it would kind of make sense to get another blank world that's like kind of looks like another neighborhood of Oasis Springs, because you know that's like kind of what they did with Newcrest. It looks like an extension of Willow Creek in a way. So I think that would be really cool. Comment down below if you would like something like that, but let's go ahead and read these replies. So this one comes from Chicklet. As much as I've been dying for that since the very beginning, after all this time, I highly doubt it. Yeah. I don't even have to have a full create a world, just the ability to delete fake buildings and actually build on those lots, move trees or signs or anything else that messes with your world vibe. Or for me, it's usually that it blocks my view. Add things to the world that's not on a buildable lot, but without having to use a mod to do that. Like skating rinks, bathrooms, picnic tables, playground equipment, deco. Like if we wanted to make a rundown, dirty, grungy world, we could place debug items around the world. Okay, yeah, see this whole thing, give me that. Like if we're gonna do anything, let's do that, because yeah, I just feel like I also highly doubted that we'd get like a whole create a world feature, but even just having this would be such an upgrade. What do you guys think? Like, I really think so. And then Mom's busy reply saying, I would want a full create a world tool, but I can appreciate what you were saying. It'd be great to be able to add and delete things. I really enjoyed creating worlds in The Sims 3. Once the tool was released, I spent just as much time creating new worlds as I spent playing the game. See, this is another really like important thing to note. Although I feel like they wouldn't do it, I think it would be a beautiful thing to add, because I think it would bring even more players to the game. And now that the base game's free, like, you know what I mean? Like, because if you think about it, again, if you don't know about the Sims 3 Create a World feature, go Google that or like look it up on YouTube, because it almost felt like you were in like another game, like a different type of building game. Like, you know, I feel like a lot of people would enjoy that, like creating their own world. I don't know. I feel like they could do, I don't know. I want to say like I feel like it could be possible, but it's just like the way Sims 4 worlds are done, then I'm like, nah. But like, I don't know. I guess, okay, with the Sims 3 Create a World, was it kind of like this a similar process to like if EA was to make us a world? Like, you know, kind of, yeah, like it was kind of like the same thing, right? So I guess like if we were to get a Create a World feature for the Sims 4, I feel like it would be like a separate program. Wasn't it in the Sims 3 too? I think so. And it would kind of be like they're giving us the same tools that they use to make their worlds. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's possible, right? The thing is, will they do that? Because then it's like all these people are going to make like amazing worlds that they could like import into their game. Like, you know how we can put save files into our game? I feel like it would kind of be like that. And, you know, there is some people who might buy a pack just for the new world. And then I feel like sales would go down for those players who tend to buy packs for worlds. Like, I know a lot of builders, they might be really excited for a new world just to build in. But if we got Create a World and all these players were making worlds for people to download for free, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if it would actually be a bad thing for, like, from a business standpoint. So what do you guys think about that? Comment down below. But I think it'd be really cool, and I would love something like that to try out. Like, I mean, in The Sims 3, I tried it and I got so frustrated, like I just rage quit. But The Sims 4 is already like more user-friendly to begin with, and I feel like if we were to get a Create a World tool, I would be able to manage it. I don't know. Also, like with The Sims 3, that was years ago, like I was quite young. So I don't know if I'd be able to do it now. You know what I mean? I just never went back to it. So who knows? But I'm actually curious if any of you guys have built a Sims 3 world. Definitely want to know, and if you ever uploaded it, comment the link or something. Like, I would love to see it, to be honest. You know, sometimes what I find myself wanting to do is doing like world reviews for The Sims 3. I never really go back to The Sims 3 anymore, but I see these amazing Sims 3 worlds that are completely customized and amazing, and I feel like that would be one thing I would be interested in with going back to The Sims 3. Wouldn't that be fun? Like, I don't know. I think that'd be so much fun. But anyways, yeah, like I said, even if we just got stuff from Chiclet's comment here, being able to delete fake buildings and actually build on those lots, that would be really good for the people, you know, who are feeling like the worlds are so small and they want more lots to build on. And then same for like being able to move trees and signs. Like, that's another thing with The Sims 2 Create a World. Like, you know, you were given like, I guess a canvas is how I would say it. You couldn't build everything from the ground up, but you could like place the trees where you want, signs, benches, all of that. And it was so cool, like bus stops and everything. You could do all of that, and that was so cool. And like, that's something that is just kind of there in The Sims 4 and you can't move it. There is the tool mod, but of course, like, that's not a thing with console, and not everyone knows how to use the tool mod, or they can't be bothered, and it's just like, to them it's like a hassle. Like, I think the tool mod is so cool, but I've never used it. What I'll do is I will download custom save files that use the tool mod, so then I can like experience the tool mod with like all these things placed down, you know, areas looking like more full neighborhoods and stuff because the tool mod was used, but I can never see myself actually going to use it myself. Like, I don't know, I just never do it. I've had it in my game before and I just didn't do anything with it. So comment down below, what do you think? Like I said, I know a lot of people have just been really upset with how the Sims 4 worlds have been going, and like, they're beautiful but like kind of dead. small, all that. So I think having the ability to do more would be so great. And I know so many people will redo new crests like over and over again, and I can totally see why. And like I've done that so many times too, because just having that feel of customization is so nice. And also there is like save files uploaded where everything's just demolished. You can do it yourself, but that's going to take some time to like demolish each individual lot. Someone has like uploaded a save file where it's just all empty, and I know people have so much fun with that too, just like going and filling it all up, whether they're building everything themselves or just grabbing stuff from the gallery. And so to me, that's like an obvious sign that people want like more customization and like more world options and stuff like that. So even though we do have a lot of worlds, they're all very limited. So then it ends up feeling like we don't have that many worlds, which is crazy, because like if you have all the packs, there's like a lot of worlds now, but for some reason it still just feels so limited. I don't know. But you guys, with that said, I'm gonna wrap this up here. Comment down below all your thoughts and everything. And yeah, with that said, I hope you all enjoyed this one. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.
There's a heat wave rolling in. There's a heat wave, yeah. There's a party in the streets and the city's on fire.